Well, happy Monday morning, BUS22 students. This is Mr. Doucette. This is week 5 of our class here at Norco College of a 16-week class. And this is week number 5 video announcement, going over some of the assignments that you need to be working on or should be working on this week. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Here I'm in my dashboard in Canvas. I'm going to go ahead and enter our class. And as you know, I believe this week we end our first module. We do. So module number 1 ends this Sunday night coming up, the 26th of September. And I'm going to go ahead and enter into our module. And if you see here, we're module number 1. So I got to scroll down. Actually, the 25th, not the 26th. So I need to change that. But anyway, it ends on the 25th. So this week, of course, you have a check-in assignment, check-in number, chapter 7. And I think chapter 7 deals with digital channels. So this is where you're going to be looking at things like a blog and instant messaging and texting and all that kind of stuff. And of course, we're all doing a lot of writing in those areas today. And so we want to be professional in how we do that. We want to write well, and we want people to read our texts, and we want them to read our blogs, etc. So we'll be going over all those different forms of communication in this week's content. Of course, there's a quiz on chapter 7. There's a PowerPoint if you want to review that. And then we're still continuing our discussion post for the top 10 do's and don'ts of effective or ineffective presentations. And so obviously you are refining your list. The whole goal of this particular assignment is that you are refining your list and that you are adding to it. So you make an initial post with your top things. Then you read other students' posts, you comment on theirs, and then you take what's good in other students and you add it to yours so that at the end you have a really refined top 10 list. Don't give me more than 10, just the 10 best things that you can do and the 10 worst things you shouldn't do when giving a presentation, both in your presentation and in the slides that you use or the presentation software that you use. You can list either and both of those. And then, of course, you have your first exam number 1. And so that's very important that you complete that. That's going to be covering every chapter that we've looked at up to this point, 1, 2, 3, 14, and then chapter 7, which is this week. And then very important is you are to complete your individual presentation. Now, last Tuesday, we did a Zoom session with PowerPoint on chapter 14, covering some key concepts. And then I went over and I did my presentation. I explained this assignment in great detail. And so if you didn't get to watch that Zoom session, it's right here, right? I'll put it right below the assignment itself. So go ahead and watch that and then make sure that you've prepared your presentation. Now you're going to be recording your presentation and uploading it. So I'm going to go there for a second into this assignment. Again, this was last week. You were supposed to begin by putting together your PowerPoint presentation, putting together what you want to speak on. It's a 5-minute presentation. You need at least maybe 5 or 6 slides. You need a title slide, a navigation slide. You need 4 slides, one for each of the 4 events of your life that shaped you or that are significant to you. And then you need a conclusion slide. You should also use all these things mentioned, a navigation slide, bullet points, etc. You can read that. So that was last week. This week, you are to record your presentation, or really record yourself giving the presentation. And it's best if you use PowerPoint to do that. And I have a little video right here explaining how to use PowerPoint to do that recording. And then once you've recorded it, this Sunday coming up, the 25th of September, you're going to upload that assignment to your module, to that particular assignment. In fact, I think it's this assignment here. You're just going to select reply down here, and it's going to open a box for you. And then you can either attach your file right here, or if you happen to decide to put yours in YouTube, you just copy the link. You can copy the link right here in this text box. And so that's how you would submit the assignment. And by the way, once you submit the assignment, I don't know if I've mentioned this or not already in a previous video, I only grade them once you have also viewed and commented on at least 2 other students' presentations. So once you've done that, I will then grade yours. And the rubric is also there in the assignment, so you can see how I grade. But I won't grade yours until you've commented on at least 2 other students' presentations. So you're going to be able to view theirs and your other students, and you're going to be able to comment on theirs. And once you've done that, again, I'll grade yours. So if yours is sitting there a while and you've not commented on any, that's why I haven't graded it yet. So hopefully you don't get upset that I didn't grade yours right away and ask me. I'll say, well, you need to comment on others first. So that's kind of the general rule on that. But that is this week's work coming up. Check-in assignment number 5, quiz number 5 on both on chapter 7. Continue your discussion post and refining your top 10 list. Take your exam number 1 and then upload your individual presentation to Canvas, so that way I can hopefully get it graded once you've commented on 2 other students. So that's pretty much it for this week, everybody. If you have any questions or issues or concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm here to help. And I look forward to talking again or sharing with you next week on what is going to be next week's